Good afternoon, this is Occupier Kaylin coming to you live from the grounds of the Iowa State Capitol. We are on the west of the building itself, it's Capitol, and then East 9th Street in between Grant and Locust. And this is action promoted by several groups calling for Governor Branstad to be more open to accepting refugees, especially Syria, Iraq. And there goes a media car. One of the local TV channels just showed up. I just saw a car from one of the local TV channels that go that way. I think they're looking for a place to park.
They just parked right there.
Yeah. So that's what's going on here, and people are signing on letters to the governor, which we will present to his office. And also it's a sheet for signing up to follow local actions that might come up or events in the future on the same cause. And so I shared this with locals here in Des Moines, so I'm hoping that more members of the local Muslim community will show up, as well as others who simply don't like what Brain Dead is doing. Yeah, I call him Brain Dead because he is brain dead. He's not in touch with reality here. So people are just kind of chatting with each other. Got a banner over there.
Good.
Bernie Sanders sticker?
That's okay.
Alright, thank you.
Save. I can't vote, so.
Okay, I understand.
Even though I have no known felonies on my record,
Yeah.
I lost my
Wear a
rights
sticker
somehow.
if you want, right?
Well, I don't have anything that would really stick to very well.
Okay, understandable.
This is not a political issue at all. It's not related to politics at all whatsoever. This has to do with the greater good of humanity and the fact that we all need to be held responsible for human rights. And if we do not take a stand, and we don't start voicing our opinions, and we don't get people actively involved, then it's just going to go to the wayside. And thank goodness that this issue is becoming bigger. We're having more people come out and voice their opinions in this great state of Iowa. It's important. It's extremely important that we do whatever we can to promote the quality of human rights here. We have refugees from all over the world. Iraq, Baghdad, Eritrea, Sudan, Bhutan, Bosnia, Herzegovina, all of these places. There is absolutely no excuse as to why we can't bring in friends from other nations. We are built on by the heart of the refugee people, and being great Iowans that we are, we have a heart to welcome people and to be open to society. We're tolerant, we're hardworking, we put high five up to all people that we can. We're constantly trying to promote human rights and equality all the way around. We're a great state for that. And Mr. Branstad needs to pay attention to the needs of the people. So if there's anything I can say about this rally today, is that we have got to start standing up for the greater good of humanity. It is not political. It is based on the human rights and human rights abuses across the globe. This isn't just Syria. This is all over the world that we're facing these problems. And the fact that we constantly ignore, or it's not directly something that we're active in all the time. We need to get our politicians more involved. If you're going to be in this office, if you're going to do the work of the people, it needs to be by the people. And that's why we're here. Thank you. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Good.
Yeah, what if his ancestors were once refugees? Yeah, our ancestors who came here before us might have been refugees. My ancestors came from Poland in 1849.
Absolutely.
So they had to have a reason to leave Poland to come here to the U.S.
Absolutely. And that's it. We often forget our own roots. We're all, to some extent, with the exception of the Native Americans, who I have such a great respect for, and every day I'm able to get up in this country, I'm able to get clean water, I'm able to have electricity, and all of those little things in life that we regularly take for granted. I say thank you to the Native American people for allowing us to come over here to share what they had and to allow us to take refuge in this great country. Thank you, Native Americans. Thank you for ending and extending your hand in good faith to all of us people who desperately needed you then. So there's that. It's just nice to see people coming out, and it's great to see young people start getting engaged, and in this great state we just have to keep that momentum going. We have to support all refugees in this great state and everywhere. I mean, this is a country issue. This is a United States issue. All of us have to be here and ready to address the issue of helping other people. We have hands, we have big hearts. Let's do it. Let's do something for the greater good of society. And that's why we're out here. So if you can do anything today while you are here, I do have some information. I have a letter drafted for Mr. Branstad, courtesy of Mr. Aaron Wagner. I also do have a Refugee Action Network place where you can sign up if you want to get out there, if you want to help, if you want to lend a hand. We need to start coming together for the greater good. So I encourage you to sign up. I'm not going to bomb you with a dozen emails. Our people aren't going to constantly harass you with a bunch of emails. But what we want to do is we want to try to mobilize as many individuals and communities as we can to make a difference. So I encourage you to come over. We have a beautiful sign over there. I would love to have you go ahead and sign the sign, put on a message of peace for the refugees, and then also sign up for our Community Action Network for refugees. So please take 5 minutes out of your day if you're interested. You don't have to. Go ahead and do that. Thank you. Samantha Thomas. SAMANTHA.
Well, this pen is a dud, so I'm gonna toss it. Now this is the big banner that it's somewhat rolled up, but.
Have you guys seen the letter that Sam has from the governor?
Hello.
I haven't seen it yet. I'd like to.
Yeah. And then I feel like there's a couple of copies here that they just give the first, like it's just spam copies of the first page. So if you'd like, sign it, provide your email address, show support for that. Great.
We are.
What classes?
Good. You use these markers to
Yeah, do it.
Okay. I'm gonna
Sign it.
Yeah, you sign this.
Did you go to UI too? Yeah, we have like a fall break and then a shorter.
This marker's not doing too good.
Oh, it isn't.
No. I had these markers once. They were nothing but crap.
Anybody else want a marker?
Say it with enough blood to.
It was really cool. It felt like a little bit. Of course,
There. Yeah, I wrote salam on it. Yeah, I wrote my name and then I wrote salam underneath it.
Did you end up, what was that conference that you were going to?
Salam is the Arabic word for peace, so I decided to write that on the banner underneath my name. I'm gonna actually, sorry it's shaking, so.
Iowa being the first in caucus, I was actually in 2008, but it was 2012, not so much. But this year I'm trying to, although I'm definitely more liberal and I don't see any Republican candidates that I'm interested in. I think it might be the least acceptable, but I you know, the thing that I used to feel like, well, I will vote for the man, whoever I think. But the Republican Party has such a hold on it that even when there is somebody reasonable, which I think at one time the thing was, the Republican Party is going to hold the line. So yeah, I'm political.
I'm taking some pictures of.
Right now, I say my top issue, but when this happened, and you know, you're probably figuring, because I get a gas before Paris, but you know, on Facebook, there are some pictures that I can't look at because these kids out, you know, wild, and you know, it's just, you know, it's bad. And I was just listening today to Canada bringing in refugees, and their priority is going to be on women and children and families. And so I think
I'm going to take my gloves off.
because we get all this, and you do see when you're watching the TV that a lot of young men, and not that they don't need help, but I think we should try to.
So sorry about the shaking. I'm taking my gloves off.
Women and children.
It's actually getting a little too warm for me.
And you know, from everything I read, the vetting process is such that we should have more concern about the people that terrorists that can get guns in the U.S. We should have more concern about people coming in with visas than the refugees. So anyway.
How long have you lived there?
A long time. I'm originally from Ohio, but I've lived in Iowa since 69.
Oh no, so I mean, you were definitely here for Governor Ray.
Yeah, right.
We brought in.
Right.
So that's why this is such a. It's not like wartime. It's such a.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I made the sign with the Statue of Liberty because you know we should be a refuge, and I get tired of people that say, because I just done a lot of mission work with El Salvador. Like, well, we need people here. Most of the people that help with El Salvador from our church also help with homeless shelters here. It's not one or the other. You can do both.
No, I definitely.
So yeah, it's, you know, yeah, we should do this. We should help our veterans and do more for those in need. So.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
I took a picture of your sign. So.
Oh, okay, sure.
So I'll post that up on Facebook later.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, a lot of the people who attend the mosque I go to are refugees or children of refugees. You know?
Yeah.
Somali,
so I've seen you at various things and like at Martin O'Malley's and so on. So you said Press Pass ID. What press are you with?
I'm independent. I'm a live streamer.
Oh, okay. Well, how do I find you on Facebook if I want?
Kaylin Lee Strain is how my name is on Facebook.
Kaylin.
Well, I have my middle name as part of my name on Facebook.
Okay, but if I start typing in Kaylin Strain,
yeah,
and you said E, a middle initial, or
Kaylin Lee.
Kaylin Lee. Okay.
Yeah. In fact, I changed my profile picture to one that says "No en mi nombre," the hashtag, not in my name but in Spanish, "No en mi nombre."
Okay.
So that's my profile picture.
Okay.
And then I had a sign that I made, but two of them, but I left them at home. One had Arabic on the bottom.
Okay.
But that's my cover picture on my timeline, so.
Do you mind if I take a picture of that so that I can remember it?
Yeah.
Because yeah, I have seen. So have you? Are you pretty open to all the candidates right now, or do they just?
Well, since I can't vote.
Oh, okay.
But I have covered. I've live streamed several of them. Bernie 3 times.
Okay.
Actually 4.
Okay. Well, like I said, I know I've saw you at Matt No Matter.
Yeah, Bernie was. He came into the Varsity Theater after the debate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was streaming in there.
Oh, well, that was interesting. Yeah, I was there with Moms Demand Action before the debate, and then they were going to go over to Hillary's.
Yeah.
And I just decided to go home, so I didn't go to one of the.
Yeah. Well, the theater was full, but
Yeah.
but I was in there streaming, and then he came in at the end, so that made everybody's night.
Oh, I guess so.
People are still showing up here. The local media is here. A couple of different TV stations. Iowa Public Radio, which is an NPR affiliate, that's National Public Radio, are here. And
There's free signs if anybody wants one. They're over here. I made them. Please take
that says, if Paris can, so can we. And that's a peace sign.
Okay.
Not quite the Eiffel Tower shape, but it's close enough. It says, if Paris can, so can we, meaning they take in, France has taken in so many refugees.
Paris took in like 3,000 refugees even after the terror.
And there's still more going in that, haven't been reported yet. In fact, Ed Fallon is in France. He started his walk on the beaches of Normandy, and he's walking to Paris in advance of the climate summit. And so he has been having some conversations with the locals, not only about that, but about what happened in Paris. So he was already in France when that happened. He'd gotten there like a couple of days before. So it'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting trip for him, no doubt. Ed Fallon, I'm referring to, who is in France walking to Paris, like 10 to 15 miles per day is what his average is. He is a former legislator. He ran for governor but didn't win. Then he got into online broadcasting, and some local radio stations had picked up his show called The Fallon Forum. And so then some different radio stations picked him up, plus his online broadcast. So he has a guest host filling in while he is walking in France, but he may call in. And so talking about different topics, plus he is an activist. He is part of Occupy Des Moines, and he is big on climate issues, global warming, things of that nature.
So that they don't report pieces of it. So to confuse people who are trying to follow police on Twitter, they're posting pictures of cats and kittens with the hashtag lockdown. So it's pretty funny.
So the police have forbidden social media.
The police haven't forbidden it. They respectfully ask people not to post about police movements.
Okay.
So
the cats are like some kind of code?
No, the cats are just to distract people. So if anyone posts, say like a mission on the post, they just want you to see.
Oh, so it's hard for them.
Yeah, it's hard for them to
Sympathize.
because they're all and you have to go through all of it so you can't hide about who it is. So that's why they're posting cat pictures with the hashtag lockdown. It's pretty fun. I thought it was pretty
I heard
brilliant.
about that this morning.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, last night I was on my Twitter looking at all the cat pictures. It's pretty funny.
It's just like when a group will want to plan an action, but they will post publicly one location
And then go to another.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we did in December of last year. There's a Black Lives Matter protest that was it was publicly posted at Valley West, so the police went over there But we ended up going to Jordan Creek and doing it there. And that confounded the living crap out of the mall security.
Oh, of course, they weren't ready for it. Yeah.
That's good. Yep.
Oh, that's a very strategic.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can do something like that, you know, just
Yeah.
but spread it offline or through other means. Say you go to this, or you have a meetup place and you tell them in person that we're actually going to this other place.
Cool. Yeah.
So.
Hey, it works.
Yeah,
it worked, so, you know.
It's a very shrewd tactic.
Yeah. It'll work. Well, who have we not talked to, Brandon?
We're just, again, this is Occupier Kaylin coming to you live from the grounds of the Iowa State Capitol. People are assembling for a rally in support of refugees. Governor Branstad is saying that he does not want any refugees coming into the state unless the Congress and the President pass a new law that tightens the refugee screening process even more. I mean, right now it takes 2 years for a refugee to go through the process, whereas someone who wants to get here on a student visa or a temporary work visa or even tourist visa can get here without much trouble. But yet a refugee, it takes 2 years.
Everybody's heard it, so that gives a clue like what it says.
And that process is already strict enough. And Governor Chris Christie said that he would not even take an orphan child because he is afraid of a Syrian orphan child. I don't know where he gets that idea. Sometimes I'm wondering if Brain Dead is going along that same line. But that was some of the postings that I've seen.
Yeah. Well, we just learned about it on Facebook.
Yeah. I mean, if you read all the posts on the event page,
Yeah.
that's where I saw that.
Okay.
Wind is never really good for petitions.
No, at least it's not as bad as it was one day last week when it's like 40 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you look at if you look at a flagpole, you think the thing was bending.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I think so much about
I'm just kind of roaming around, catching conversations. So the wind is a little nowhere near as mean as it was a couple of days last week, but still a bit breezy, but that's okay. I'm trying to avoid facing my lens in a certain way because so I don't blind you with the sun because it's kind of low in the sky already.
So you want to join Sean and talk to these guys?
I've talked to them already. He's been with them for like a while now.
See what they're saying.
Red Party. I got their name.
Red Party. Where are they?
Promoting cross-border employment.
Both countries, what the working class should do. And what I would argue is that we have to do actually more than that. We have to fight for their but longer term, we need to be fighting against U.S. military intervention in the Middle East. It only makes the situation worse. We need to stop aid to repressive regimes like Saudi countries of that sort. I believe that the only solution to the problem can come from they actually try to address publicly.
And me personally, when I first got the book, you don't take the ticket in the money,
It's about direction.
yeah, well, direction, and also, I hate to admit, I hate to praise center right sister Angela Merkel. She's kind of weak, unfortunately, the situation. But everything in Hunter's past, they're growing this, a lot less direct. Ours, direct consequences are more important. We really talk to things that's what we do. But that would be a
Your party perspective, all the borders should be open for because the national, having this national division from workers, I'm going to use undocumented immigrants. I know that's more different, but even from refugees, but even in that case, the strictness of working really prevents
Doing lyrics to Imagine?
I'll be live streaming soon.
You're the one sweet.
Yeah, in fact, I'm live now. I've been live for a little while.
Good.
Hi, from our organization. Coverage?
Yeah, sure.
Brethren!
You guys having a good day? You're excited to be out here supporting all people's rights? Awesome. Good. Thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for taking time today to be here. It's so great to see such a wonderful group of people to come out and support such a great cause. I just want to do a quick announcement on the agenda. What we're going to do first is I'm going to read this little speech. I promise I won't bore you with it. After that speech is done, we have some people passing out lyrics to John Lennon's Imagine. You do not have to be the best singer in the world. We are not on American Idol today, or any of those America's Top Talent shows, so just come, sing, hum, whatever you want to do, and we will go from there. I encourage you, if you haven't already, to sign our banner and to also sign up for the Refugee Action Network that we're trying to organize for the greater Des Moines community. Thank you so much again for coming out. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Thank you. Thank you all for coming out and supporting refugees today. I hope that this rally will create lasting change for all new friends of Iowa in the years to come. Iowa is a great state for people to live, thrive, and express themselves. Whether you are a native or you have come from a different land, we as the people of a hardworking and generous state will care and give you a high five for life. According to DoSomething.org, a refugee is a person who is outside of his or her country of nationality and can't return due to a well-founded fear of persecution because of his or her race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular group. At the end of 2013, there were 16.7 million refugees worldwide, with the highest number in Pakistan, 1.6 million. It's estimated that 50% of refugees are under the age of 18. In a Washington Post article featured last week, President Barack Obama had made the comments that he wants to resettle up to 10,000 refugees across the United States. And only about 2% of those individuals are male of combat age. It typically takes 18 to 24 months for refugees to gain admittance to the USA. Under Governor Robert Ray, former, we saw a great deal of refugees coming into Iowa, and we welcomed them with open arms. Former Governor Ray helped create the multicultural growth in Iowa that has not only sheltered those in a great time of sorrow and pain brought on by atrocious acts, it has also changed and diversified the face of the Midwest. Thank you, former Governor Ray. Governor Terry Branstad, I urge you, with these wonderful people who stand with me today, to please think of the greater good of humanity. Mr. Branstad, I ask you to find it in your heart and to find the courage and to stop being afraid of people that are different from you. Please, Mr. Branstad, people. We are here and we stand united. And with or without you, we will be here and we will help refugees in need. Thank you.
So I was just taking a picture of her reading that speech.
Can we sing?
Yeah.
Can we sing? Where is our wonderful friend from Grace? Retired Senator, Dr. Skidmore, come up here. Come on. Dr. Horry, come on. Anybody else? Come on. Come on up. Anybody got a dog?
Nope. Left it at home.
All right. Imagine there's no heaven. It's you God. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people for today. Imagine no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can.
Nothing to kill or die for. The brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one.
Someday you'll join us, and our world will be one. Woo! Would anyone else like to take an opportunity to speak about refugee rights? If you would like to, please come up, please share stories, please talk about why this is important. We all have voices, and I would love to hear what you all have to say. So please come up and share your voices and say a little something about refugee rights in Iowa, if you would. Anybody? Yes, please. Come on up, sir.
My name's David. I'm from Iowans, Iowa, and I'm from the Red Party, and I'm a socialist. Socialists believe in open borders, brotherhood between workers, amongst workers of the world, and that's why we support rights of immigrants to citizenship and rights of refugees to refuge in the United States. And the United States is directly responsible for this present crisis in Syria from the Iraq War and the conditions following that. And we should be following the example of Angela Merkel for one. We should be taking in millions of refugees, not just a few tens of thousands. And it is our responsibility. Thank you.
Angela Merkel, for those who don't know, is the current Chancellor of Germany.
Yeah, I'm Dave Crott-Howery. I teach environmental science and policy at Drake. And I've always been so proud of Iowa because I love to tell the story when my relatives come and so on about how when the Hmong people were looking for refuge, Governor Ray said when so many other states were afraid and turned away, Governor Ray said, come to Iowa and make something here. And we
after the Vietnam War, because they were oppressed
and like I said, I've always been so proud to tell that story.
by the Viet Cong and others.
And
Hmong community here in
you know,
Iowa.
you read in the newspaper
Branstad saying that legally there's nothing we can do to turn them away. It didn't make me happy the way he put it, but at least I thought I breathed a sigh of relief and thought, okay, I will continue its tradition of welcoming refugees in need. And so I was distraught that afternoon when we joined the rank of states that are turning away refugees, not understanding the process, not understanding, like, you know, we're asking, Obama's asking to take in, you know, 10,000 refugees. Just a few weeks ago, we were talking about expanding that to 70,000, and I was excited because it feels like, you know, given the atrocities that are happening in Syria, it feels like we need to be reaching out. And so I just hope that we can get Branstad to change his mind. I hope that we can welcome the Syrian refugees, and I think we'll be a stronger state for it.
All right. I'm Gerald Beal from Fort Dodge. I'm a former state senator. I chaired the International Relations Committee and the Veterans Affairs Committee, and I'm very proud to be an Iowan. Even going back to the 1850s, we welcomed into our state a Supreme Court decision in the matter of Ralph, an escaped slave from the South. And the bounty hunter came to take him back, and the Iowa Supreme Court says, wait a minute, in the state of Iowa, Ralph is a human being, and we denied them to take him back. I have to say that Terry Branstad is no Bob Ray. I was on the Fort Dodge School Board when Governor Ray invited us to open our homes, our hearts, our schools to the so-called boat people of Southeast Asia. We started an English as a second language to help assimilate those
that
Southeast
would have
Asian
also
people.
included the Laotian,
they were doing
as well
better
as
than our homegrown
Vietnamese,
kids were doing.
Cambodians, and others from
today
that
it's
area.
not unusual to see a Nguyen as a valedictorian as it is a Smith or Jones. Those new Iowans had a pervasive and positive influence. They changed the face of Iowa, literally and figuratively speaking. We have that opportunity to do that today. It's not only Iowa's heritage, it should be our legacy, that we are an inviting society. I like the sign that I saw that has Lazarus, the welcome Statue of Liberty. And we should be a nation. We are a nation of immigrants. We should embrace diversity. As I said, it's changed the face of Iowa literally and figuratively for the better. We must continue.
Brenda Schumann, and I just feel like, there is so much trying to stir up fear when I've read through the process, the vetting process, and it is a complete 18 to 24 months. I think we just need to not be so fearful because these are human beings in need. And the other thing is, I hear, well, we've got homeless, we've got veterans, and we do. But it's not one or the other. Most of the people that care about people care about our homeless as well as the refugees. We're a rich enough country that we can help both. So I just want to encourage you, it's not all or none. We can be there for the refugees.
I think this isn't just about one event like opening our doors to refugees. It's about changing a mindset. It makes me sad that I'm more scared of how Americans will react to refugees when they are here than I am of any of them being terrorists.
I'm Veronica Fowler with the ACLU of Iowa, as my song so eloquently says. I just want to recap some of the things that are being said and express some disappointment with Governor Branstad. I do wish he would imitate his mentor, Governor Ray, and welcome refugees to our state. When we've done that, our state is the richer and the better for it.
people, new ideas, new cultures. And it's sad too in that Governor Branstad doesn't have a constitutional right to block refugees. That is a federal matter. So really, all he's doing is fear mongering. There is no reason for him to stand up and say this except to prey into people's fear. And I would like to echo that I worry far more about backlash against some of these people coming to our country than I do about them doing any harm to me or my family. And I'm so delighted to see this rally being organized. The ACLU also has a petition. We're also doing outreach on social media, and which brought us all here on Facebook. So I just want to encourage everybody to continue to be involved. And urge Governor Branstad not only on this issue, but other refugee issues. A couple years ago, when we had the crisis, which was a humanitarian crisis, a human rights crisis, of child refugees massing on the border, Governor Branstad then took a very harsh, draconian view and basically issued a statement that those children would not be welcomed to Iowa, and in fact there was a youth shelter prepared to take them, and they were blocked by Governor Branstad in that effort. So I want to encourage him to continue
Just like
to revise
Christy,
his views
afraid of a
on
child.
refugees and welcome refugees to Iowa.
Here, here.
He's been listening to Christy too much. Yeah. So the radio reporter is interviewing one of those who just spoke.
Is there anyone else that wants to come up and speak? Anybody else? Okay. We can all kind of talk about what is going on. I encourage you guys to network, to mingle. And then after that, like I said, right around 3:30 or so, I think we're going to have some more people come. And then we're going to head up and we're going to deliver that letter to Mr. Branstad. So if you can stay, great. If you can't, thank you for coming out. Continue the dialogue. If you haven't already signed up for the Community Action Network, or if you haven't signed our sign, please feel free to do so. And just have a good time talking with other people that are promoting the quality of human rights here in the great state of Iowa. Thank you.
Three. But it's just going into.
3:30 to go up there.
Yeah, going to the Capitol. I was hoping to see more Muslims out here, but I think they're either at work or school, so they probably couldn't get.
And I almost wish it was shorter time. I feel like
Yeah.
we're going to lose people. We're willing to,
Yeah.
if we did it maybe 3 on. It might get some people leaving work a little early. One's hard.
Yeah.
One's a hard time, I think.
Yeah. Work and school and yeah. But the weather's not too bad now.
I'm so
The
glad
wind.
for that.
Yeah.
Right? At least it didn't rain or it's not cold.
Yeah, I mean, last week when that wind was so mean, you look at a flagpole, you think it was bending.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was so brutal.
And of course,
Snowstorm.
yeah, well, Friday, I was streaming in that.
Yeah.
There was a protest in front of a Vets Auditorium.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, there are two groups. One is there was a Republican candidate, so-called Family Forum inside. And so two different groups had set up outside. One, for immigrant rights, end to mass detention and mass deportation, breaking up of families.
Yeah.
And the other was a group of women and one man calling for equal pay for equal work for women, paid family leave.
Oh, was it the family? That wasn't that family forum. was
Yeah.
Family Values Forum.
Yeah, that one. And then there were a couple of people who actually went in just as attendees, and then I did not stream them because I did not try to go in with this little thing.
Yeah.
And so they went in, but there are people who were taking pictures, and they actually disrupted. They showed a banner.
Yeah, that's those are friends.
Yeah.
I know some of them.
Yeah, so they pulled that off.
Yeah.
From the inside.
That was good. They worked with I don't know if that was
I know
through
one is
CCI or not.
CCI or AFSC.
They work for CCI, but they're also Catholic workers.
Yeah.
But I think that might have been CCI.
Yeah. Well, it was a joint thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother, he was with Catholic workers and works for CCI too. So
Yeah.
I always get confused because I know them through him, and I'm always confused of which is which.
And of course, some of the Catholic workers were also part of Occupy.
Right.
Yep. They invited me to become a Catholic worker, and I said, well, I couldn't do that. I'm a Muslim, so I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, he lived in one of their houses.
Yeah, but I do frequent the houses sometimes, if our mosque has leftover food from a meal.
Yeah.
And sometimes if, I pack it up and I take it over there.
Yeah.
So yesterday I took 4 buckets full of rice with ground beef that was left over from Friday. I couldn't take it Friday because, I wanted to go stream that protest. Hello.
Well, we're looking and we're going, we don't see you.
Yeah, we saw your name on the
right in front of me.
Oh yeah. I was here with I came but I thought
From the workers.
Yeah, he was here with another friend I just met today, but they left. I don't know why.
Are they coming back?
I don't know. And Julie's taking Aaron to the airport, and she said she couldn't come by, but I just said her. I don't
Julie Brown?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know if there was it's not a huge rush.
Well, yeah, at 3 o'clock is when they want to go and try to see the governor, right?
Yeah.
I said I kind of almost wish that it wasn't going to be 3 hours. They're going to come on time and then leave.
Exactly.
I don't know why. Right? I feel like it should just been like maybe
An hour. Yeah.
And people could come early from work. Once or 9:30 people working.
Yeah, or they're in school.
Yeah, I know. It's,
Or do it at a time, like after school, 3:30 after kids get picked up, and people can come.
Yeah.
So, I know, because all the energy is going to go there.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah. Where's Aaron flying?
He's going this time to Connecticut. He's seeing somebody here to do outreach program at Yale. And so he's been going to Chicago via megabus and flying out and then taking the train from New York.
Okay.
But he found a shorter flight. We found direct in the morning to Hartford.
Oh, good.
Traveling on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's so great.
Yeah.
I mean, the megabus is a cheap ride, but it takes a while,
And then you have to get the train at the station to the airport, and that's another
Yeah, I took the megabus to Chicago when I went to the NATO protest in 2012.
It's not bad, but you gotta have the extra time.
Yeah.
If you're gonna try and catch a flight out of there. Right.
Yeah, but
I've done that too before, but then you get a little anxious about.
Because you go into downtown, and then you have to figure out where you are, which.
I went once with Jordan. We came from Michigan, and we were gonna catch a megabus downtown, and the train stopped outside of Chicago for like an hour and a half to stop, and we're like, this is the last megabus. It was like the late one.
Right.
And so we're like, this is the last one until tomorrow morning. We're both broke. We already bought a ticket. We don't have any money. What are we gonna do? No place to see. It's panicking. And Jordan's like, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. We're just screwed. No, we're getting on the phone. We're gonna call him. He's like, no, don't even bother. So I was trying to get on the phone with him. Couldn't get through anything. He's like, whatever. So we see that the bus is gone. He's like, and he's like, okay. So then we get off the train, run, and the bus was there with the spot black, about to pull away.
Wow.
They were stalled because the driver wasn't at home.
Oh, wow.
oh, whoops.
And we were like,
Butter, apples.
okay.
I got a water bottle.
Yeah, so then we just sit and he's sweaty. He's never been happy to be on Megabyte. And he's like,
Someone is passing out cans of water. I don't know if it's sparkling water and apples.
they were all about the same age.
People are just chatting here. Come back over here to this banner. More people have signed on it, but the markers are not the greatest.
What are you doing? Stop.
There's my name, and I wrote salam in Arabic underneath that. But chicken scratching, right? Hello.
Hey. How's it going?
I'm good.
That's so sweet. Whoever's idea that was. I know, it's so nice.
Whose idea?
I know.
The apples?
Yeah. The apples and water.
Yeah, I have a water bottle in here.
See, you came prepared. I was not.
Yeah.
So.
But I didn't know apples were required. I don't have it at home.
But I would also say that, I have some sympathy for Pakistani struggle with sports, being that that's where my family's from. I still have family members there. But first and foremost, I'm well, I think I empathize with the refugee struggle. As I told you, my grandfather was a refugee during the Indian Civil War. He faced death many times and lived as long as he knows he did, and he watched many people die. And, it's terrible for anyone to have to deal with the Civil War, to deal with living through a war-torn area, and I think it's very important that other countries step up and allow them to have a place to refuge. But I don't think I want America to take refugees, but I think other countries have to step up also. I'm very disappointed that the Muslim countries have failed to take in refugees. I wish Saudi Arabia would take in some refugees. So I empathize with the refugee struggle without a doubt, especially because it's my grandfather's struggle. I want America to take in refugees, but I want everyone to take in refugees. I don't want this country.
What were one of your words
Sure. I understand the reaction. So, although it's not my reaction, I'm not overly critical of it. I understand why people are scared. I understand what's happening in Paris is very scary. It's very unfortunate. It's very, tasteless, disgusting. But the worst part about this war is that on both sides, it's the innocent people that are dying. They're not killing soldiers. We're not killing soldiers. Both sides are killing innocent people. And it's tragic. It's disgusting. So I understand the fear of it. What I would challenge them on is that I believe that ISIS was caused by a destabilization in the Middle East, which resulted from the Iraq War. If America did not destabilize Iraq and remove Saddam Hussein without justification, ISIS would not have gained power. And that's where we have a direct responsibility for this issue, more so than the European countries do. I'd say by far the most responsible parties in regard to accepting refugees are the Muslim countries and America, in my opinion. And I'd say that that's where I challenge the governors on. I would tell them that our country has largely caused the plight that the refugees are facing today, and as a result, we have some responsibility to help them.
How do you feel about a lot of people say that governor Branstad and the other governors, and many of the especially given your family you're coming from Pakistan, imagine how that would have been in the Middle East. How do you feel about that being labeled? As you say, it's not soldiers killing soldiers. People are getting caught up in this who are very good people, it's not just for the family. And now they're under this umbrella titled Syrian rather than
I would say that, it's disappointing that the stereotypes become what they become. Unfortunately, I would say it's human nature. I heard Marco Rubio say the other day that if we accept 10,000 refugees, I think this is popular rhetoric among Republicans, if we accept 10,000 refugees and one of them is bad, we've made a mistake, even if the other 9,999 are good. And on that note, I don't think that the people actually see it that way. I don't think people think that one of the 10,000 refugees are bad. I think that when people think about these refugees, they think about it in terms of 50% are bad. And I can't actually give you data to back that up, but that's just what I've encountered in my own discussions. I think that's what the perspective is. So, to answer your question more specifically, it's very sad that innocent people whose homes have been bombed, who have been living through civil wars that they didn't cause, are painted as the perpetuators of violence rather than as the victims of it. The vast majority of these refugees, I don't think are terrorists. I think that they are people who have been forced out of their homeland by a violent war from a violent dictator, from ISIS, and they're caught in the middle of multiple parties in Syria. I don't think the majority of these villagers like war, but they're caught in the middle of Assad's regime, they're caught in the middle of Syrian rebels and ISIS at the same time.
The other side comes out and says, only takes one really bad person to stop the war.
Yeah, that's theoretically possible. And to that, I would rebuttal that it's possible, theoretically, that some Syrian refugee could come here and cause a terror attack. That would be a terrible, terrible tragedy. It's not something I want to happen. It's not something anyone wants to happen. It's not something anyone would endorse, any reasonable person. But at the end of the day, we have the largest responsibility for this tragedy. I would say that America's foreign policy has caused this disaster, and it is completely unethical and immoral to allow these refugees to be stranded when we are the reason for their plight and for their civil war. If America was not directly involved in the Iraq war, if we did not destabilize the Middle East by removing Saddam Hussein and allowing ISIS to take power, I would say that they had a credible argument. But because we are this largely, I want to say the sole proprietor, but I won't say the sole. I would say that we are the largest proprietor of the tragedy that is occurring in Syria. And as a result, we have a tremendous responsibility to help the people who are harmed. So, although there is some risk involved, I won't deny that risk. I think some people will tell you that absolutely nothing will happen. I can't say that with certainty. There is some risk. However, we have a tremendous responsibility as the people who have caused the crisis to try to resolve it and try to help the people who are harmed by it.
It's the last thing I'll ask. Thanks again for
Yeah, I was in a Israeli
No problem.
Someone with Middle Eastern descent.
Yes, sir.
They still face a lot of stereotyping. Do you feel that?
Like we're very top of the tower inside.
It happens, like I said, I'm an American first and foremost. I love my country. America is the most important country in the world. Sure. It happens, but I would say there's a lot of people there are, of course, some racist or bigoted people in the world, but there's a lot of people who aren't. And I think that for the most part, I'm treated with kindness. And I'm very happy. So, you know, I occur occasional discrimination. I wouldn't say it's a huge trap, a very frequent or very tremendous event in my life.
Something very different.
No, I don't think so. Now, some people notice it more than others. You know, my fiance thinks that it's a daily burden because maybe she pays more attention than me. She'll notice slightly racist or bigoted events that might occur in our day-to-day lives, but I don't notice it as much. Maybe I give people the benefit of the doubt. So I'll say that maybe it occurs more than maybe it occurs in minor degrees, larger than I notice, but I don't think it's a big, I don't think it's a largely troubling aspect of my life. It's not causing any significant trauma to me. It's not, you know, I love America, I love being here, I get along with 99% of my fellow Americans and they get along with me. So, you know, it occurs sometimes, but it's not the forefront of my life by any means.
Nice to meet you. You're a very balanced person. You were talking to a guy, and there are a bunch of guys here. There are a bunch of guys here at convulsions that sit in red. What is it?
They're a socialist, from what I've talked to them about.
That's the first guy you got it.
No, he was the second.
The second guy, the big
Yeah,
guy.
the big guy with the walker. He has a red flag on the walker.
So,
Yeah, it looks like they're gone.
They're a socialist party. They believe that they have the right to migrate across any border to find
Enough for us.
Hey, you.
You're the political one. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah, I was streaming in the snow Friday.
Press
Yeah.
pass. Look at that.
Yeah.
Press. How long you had that?
Oh, I've had that about a year. I got it on eBay.
Really?
Yeah. $12 on 12 bucks on eBay.
That's all you need?
Yeah. Yeah, the guy makes them, you send him a picture and what you want on it in certain places, and he makes it.
And they let you go anywhere with that?
Oh, it's gotten me into a few things.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have to pay $30 to get into the Progress Iowa Corn Feed. I didn't have to pay to get into the Latino Heritage Festival when I wanted to go stream Bernie Sanders.
So all the time, keeping stuff kind of
Good for
flowing,
you.
and including this that's happening. So keeping that kind of just.
And over at I went to the Boone County Fairgrounds for the final Bakken public hearing.
I don't know whatever happened to the other.
I was with the media, and I was one of the last ones over there. And out of both media sections, me and one other guy was the last one.
How'd you get up there?
CCI had a couple of vans.
Oh, good.
Well, I'm going to go and try to meet some of these people here I don't know.
You betcha.
So great seeing you guys.
Yeah, the last thing you do. Thought there'd be a little bit more people.
Yeah, there were some, but some of them had to leave.
Well, they probably for lunch. They came at lunchtime.
And
then had to take off.
yeah, but there's supposed to be more coming closer to 3 o'clock. So
We have to go to documents.
Yeah, which we'll leave about.
is that to make sure you're still alive?
I have arthritis in my hands. Usually I get injections, but she's just
Yeah.
going to figure out what
Have
she's
you
gonna do.
have you tried a combination of turmeric and black pepper?
No, I haven't tried that before.
That's what I started doing that in combination with my other arthritis medicines, and that seems to work. Yeah, I buy capsules in bulk. I buy turmeric in bulk, and I fill my own capsules.
So, did you ever get married?
Not yet. That I had all misses.
What do you mean? They met you and they didn't?
Didn't even get that far.
So how you doing this?
Well, I have a guy and his wife and some others who are supposed to be looking, but so far, or people are, go to, say he is like my religious guardian.
Oh.
And he, haven't heard anything about whether someone has approached him saying, I want to marry her, but I think because it's harder because, you know, I'm going to be 50 in January and I'm going through menopause.
Yeah, that's going to be hard. They want somebody that's fertile.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's going to be harder. Yeah, they want somebody young.
Yep. Oh. There's kids doing tours. Yep.
I can nudge him. I'm like, yeah. Because the people in front of us, these are so the people in front are like kind of turning and looking, and there's.
Does he wake up okay though? Does he know where he is when he's mad?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I just had to check out your backpack.
Going right back to
It's a little kids, but it's
Yeah.
small, so I like it.
No, I don't think
How are you doing?
Oh, good. Good. Yeah, I'm still alive.
Thank you for coming out.
You're welcome.
Greatly appreciate it.
Thanks for being so well prepared.
Yeah, and well prepared. We appreciate that.
Yep.
See, that's wonderful.
I didn't know apples were required though. Someone was passing out apples.
Absolutely. You've got to appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I didn't take one though.
So, who do you freelance for if you don't mind?
My viewers.
Your viewers, awesome.
Yeah, I'm live streaming.
That's fantastic.
And then there's another woman who used to be in Hawaii, but her husband got a job here, so her husband and their kid moved here.
You know, you got a lot more high school students are coming after school gets out. Those two girls just told me they're seniors at
Oh,
Hoover.
that's wonderful.
Oh,
That's
sweet.
Thought you might want to know.
Sweet.
Thank you so much. High five. Thank you. And thank you so much for coming out.
Well, getting the youth involved.
Absolutely.
But anyway, so she set up a Facebook page called Iowa 99 Media.
Yeah.
99 referring to, you know, it's Occupy, because she did Occupy Hilo live streaming out there in Hawaii, because that's where they lived, was in Hilo.
Yeah.
And so she hasn't gotten into streaming yet, but she's been shooting video and posting it up on YouTube.
That's fantastic.
And she still gets on her computer at home, and if I'm streaming and she's available, she might go on to the Occupy Hilo live stream channel and rebroadcast my stream, just like some other channels on livestream.com do. They pick up individual stream feeds and rebroadcast them.
Absolutely.
So they have the software to do it. I have it, but my computer just can't take it. It's over 8 years old. I'm surprised it's still running.
Right. For sure. Yeah, you gotta appreciate those other computers though, because they keep it going.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you for coming out and live streaming and doing everything that you're doing. It's greatly appreciated. We always appreciate this kind of great support. We just got to keep it mobilized and keep it
And so I want to do more of these events so that we get the word out, let people know that Iowans are doing this sort of thing.
Absolutely. Yes, we stand united for human rights.
Yeah, and you know, I see a lot of refugees and children of refugees at the 42nd Street Mosque, and you know, a lot of them are Somali.
Somali, Eritrean,
Yeah, Sudanese. We have a few Sudanese. We have some from Iraq, Pakistani, Afghani, and we have Malaysian students. We have a lot of the Malaysian students go there. They're not refugees, but they're students, and we have some others. And then there are two Bosnian mosques. I don't go there because they're not on bus route.
Right.
And then there are some other mosques in the city and in the suburbs. So
that's wonderful.
And you know, we will.
We're right to support that.
We will. You know, if refugees come here, you know, we will try to help them out.
Absolutely, and that's it. We have to stand united.
Yeah.
Governor Granson cannot continue to say that we can't help people, because we are a nation and we are a state that helps people.
We all started as immigrants and refugees in one way or another. Even though my ancestors came in the 1800s, I would consider myself an anchor baby. Because even though my parents were born in this country, you know, who's to say that I could be deported? I could be, even though, you know,
Thank you for orchestrating this.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out. How have you been?
I've been good, thank you. We went to, well, let's see, since I saw you, I think I've been to Cuba.
No, you sent me that. Did you go to Cuba or did
Yeah.
you come back from Cuba?
I'm
So it
I'm
was
back.
Nevada.
Yeah.
And then it was Cuba?
No, Cuba first about 3 weeks ago, and then Nevada last week. But I'm going to Antarctica in January. But,
Did you talk Spanish in Cuba?
no, un poco. I was in Peace Corps Spanish, but I failed my Spanish exam, so
Well, we'll have to work on that.
so I'm not very good at Espanol. But I found the people so warm. They love Americans. They love Obama. They love Che Guevara, and they just don't like our foreign policy.
Yep, that's right. I would love to go down there. I wouldn't need an interpreter because I can speak the language.
Well, I think that our foreign policy is changing for the better.
Yeah, we just have to keep pushing.
Yeah,
exactly. We have to keep pushing. That's exactly what it is. We've got to keep pushing and keep moving forward.
Well, Samantha, thank you so much for orchestrating this. I won't be able to stay, but I appreciate what. Yeah. Sure.
I'm gonna move on back over here. Between 3 and 3:30, so some more people are supposed to come over here about that time. Well, no, I'm using live stream. I haven't given Periscope a test yet.
I'm loving Periscope right now.
Yeah, I know some streamers who have gone to it as an option, but I haven't given it a test yet.
Yeah, I like it. It's cool.
But
So I think I just got here and missed all the fun at one.
well, that was where
There's more? Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go in there and try to deliver the letter to Branstad's office.
Good.
If Braindead is in there, that would be great. If he's not in there, well, así sea la vida.
Yeah. My friend is from Texas visiting, and I told him the brain dead analogy.
Yeah, I called him Braindead back in the 80s when I was in high school.
Well, you did miss some very good speakers.
Yeah. Who else goes?
And Darrell Beal, he's a former state senator, Darrell Beal from Fort Dodge. David, what's his last name? Great professor.
Yeah, from Drake.
David Skidmore?
Is that his last name?
He's the head of the international. This guy Friday Skidmore.
At Drake. He's from Drake.
And
Who's that guy?
ACLU representative.
And
I missed all the fun.
And there's a guy from this group called the Red Party, which promotes free travel, unrestricted travel between countries without visas or
The lady over here.
Yeah. And
Then we sang
over there.
I heard that was going to happen.
Very out of
Yeah.
Very out of tune. Oh,
Yeah, and a little disjointed, but you're
in the wrong key.
You're not. It's not the Des Moines Choral Society, but
how are you?
Not the wrong key, but in several keys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. I like it. What's your name?
I'm Dale.
Dale, I'm Rich.
And there's a guy whose grandfather came from Pakistan.
Yeah? Winslow.
Oh.
So he is a natural born citizen.
Yeah.
I don't know if his parents had to apply for citizenship, even if they were both born in this country,
Yeah.
because their grandfather, his grandparents came. But he was just interviewed by KCCI, so I nipped that one. Oh, cutie alert! Cutie alert!
It is pajamas, so she can smile.
You're so cute! You're so cute! Where did you get that cuteness from,
It's super cool.
I say me, but maybe he's sad to say him.
Where did you get that cuteness from?
How old?
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't look at me.
He was pretty excited when he saw the Capitol.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the Capitol?
That's a good.
You know that.
Yeah, well, Daddy works on the other side of the Capitol, so when we go to see Daddy, we get to see the Capitol.
That's fun.
Have you ever been inside it?
Yeah. Not this year though. Last year was last time we went. Yeah. And you hung out for his office. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. There you go.
Yeah.
Can I go trace your hands on the banner over there?
Yeah, there you go. This little cutie pie is going to have his hand traced on the banner.
Winner take all. So that stuff is really kind of gives me a lot of hope because at least I can look out and say, not everybody is so I don't know. Yeah. Oh, you have to.
Yeah, and it's events like this that give me hope too.
Yeah.
People turn out.
Get yourself into trouble again?
Caitlin, how are you? You know what? I had a bunch of torn cartilage in my knee.
What'd you do that for?
Well, it was an old injury, and then
Aggravated.
I got way too active in the gym, and then I limped for 5 months, and finally the doc said, "All right, we're gonna cut it out of there." So.
Yeah, I got.
In 2 weeks, I can walk, but if I have to go long distances, then I use these.
Yeah.
So that's all right.
Well, at least you're getting around and.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just got to stay out of trouble.
Well, exactly.
Well, I know how that goes. I got knee issues myself. I got bone spurs. And I might have, and I think next month I'm going to go get one of those cocktail shots.
Oh, yep. My dad gets those.
Fluid out and stuff?
Yep.
No, it's a cocktail shot. It's 3 different drugs.
And,
It's a derivative of tramadol.
Oh,
There's a steroid and something else in there. I can't remember the name of that one. So, but it's all 3 in one injection.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That hurts.
And
Big injection.
well, actually not really.
Okay, that's good.
But you get this freeze. At least the doctor's office. I got it. The first one done it in August. She sprayed this cold stuff.
Oh, yep.
And then put the needle in.
Then put it in, yeah.
And
Well, as long as it works.
yeah, it did. I actually felt the effect of it within a few minutes.
It probably takes out the fluid.
Yeah, I mean, the steroid has its own effect. You know, it's an anti-inflammatory. Plus the painkiller. You know, the Toradol is the derivative of tramadol, and that's the painkiller aspect.
Okay.
And then there's the anti-inflammatory and the steroid.
Yeah. Nice cocktail.
Yeah. So so I think next month.
Like the gin and water.
So I think next month I'm gonna go get that again because my knees are really getting stiff.
Now go for it.
Yes. Then Saturday I went to Evelyn Davis Park where it was supposed to be a cleanup day, but it ended up being snow removal.
Yep.
So
You were there? I was there too.
yeah, so we were shoveling the park, and some went to go shovel some sidewalks nearby, but we didn't get the whole park cleared.
Nope.
If we would have had,
I'm not kind of liking that this is going away. I'm not really wanting it to return.
yeah, I mean, I go to
I
walk.
like this Kentucky weather. This is kind
Yeah,
of nice.
I went to the bus
Global
stop.
warming has its benefits.
Yeah, I walked out of my building to go to the bus stop, and I said, "There's no more. The snow's gone from that hill."
We don't have any coastline, so we're not going to go underwater.
Yeah.
We'll say goodbye to Miami, parts of New York City, and everything. But hey, we're in the Midwest.
Yeah, I mean, when we had the last flood here, when I was working as a home health aide, and they're talking about people having to evacuate certain areas, my client asked me if I had to evacuate, and I said, no, my building is way too high. It's too high up to be bothered by. Oh yeah, I mean, plus I'm on the 3rd floor.
Well, I think we're all going to be fine because I read in the paper that Senator Grassley said that it's God and that EPA can't even regulate God.
No, but the EPA can do their job on other
I thought I
things.
was in Saudi Arabia for a minute. I guess I'm not. I guess I'm in Iowa. And Grassley and Ernst, and they both made some real crazy statements. I know that the reporter probably felt I have to report some of these statements because they made some crazy ones.
Yeah. Well, you would know if you're in Saudi Arabia if you'd be breathing sand dust.
I don't think I do well.
No, I would be wearing something more than this.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well, depending on where you're at, because the east isn't the west in Saudi,
Yeah.
And the different cities are different in terms of the
Yeah.
regulations and things, but...
No, I mean as far as face
yeah.
protection.
Right, yeah. I don't think you'd be able to drive.
Well, I can't drive here anyway, so what does it matter to me?
You wouldn't care.
I don't give a flip about that.
So Saturday when the women are protesting because they want to drive, you can be on the other side and say, I don't drive anyway.
Give me one of these and I'll be happy.
Yeah, exactly, right?
I don't drive anyway.
Show my bus pass.
Hey,
Well, I can't ride my trike now because I busted the key off in one of the locks, so it's stuck to the fence.
Oh no!
And I don't have a cable cutter to cut it loose to replace a lock. So I'll have to.
What a beautiful day.
Oh yeah.
I was so happy. I woke up this morning. Like, it's a beautiful day.
I bet.
Although it kind of makes you wonder, are those chemtrails up there?
So do you work for one organization?
Oh yeah, I work for Global Language Therapy.
Oh great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, great.
Yeah. I helped design the curriculum.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I was in the varsity theater for the debate watch,
Oh, that's awesome.
and Bernie came in. There were some rumors going around that he might, and then it confirmed that he was coming in, and so he did. The whole place just went up.
I bet. Oh wow.
I just like
Yeah, I saw those cans. Is that a sparkling water?
Yeah, would you like one?
I have a water bottle, but I just wanted to. Oh, okay. I just never seen that. Here.
I'm dedicated. Are there any people who came like counter or
No.
That's interesting.
Not even any fuzz.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Not even any fuzz.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I did hear a comment on from a guy in a bus yesterday that we should be doing more for homeless vets, but
Well, that's true. Everybody should, but the two you can do both.
Yeah, exactly.
I can walk and chew gum.
I
I
mean,
can walk and chew gum at the same time.
yeah, I do Food Not Moms on
To be
Sunday.
honest with you, the gall of the right wing making that a talking thing. I mean, are you kidding me? Who sent all these kids
And
off to
there have even been some Iowa Republicans who say that.
Yeah, the gall of people acting like they care about homeless vets all of a sudden. I mean, are you kidding me? You know what? If I was in the military and I was a veteran, I would be so sick of people pandering to me.
I was just like,
Would you get sick of people
homeless
pandering
vets,
to you?
this and that.
Everybody
I was like,
panders to you.
I was like,
Oh, I'd be sick of it.
I was like, are you kidding
I mean, there
Like,
have
the
even.
highest
They care about
growing
homeless vets now.
population right now, the highest growing demographic among the homeless population right now is female veterans coming back from Iraq.
Really? Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, just because it's like,
Well, I'm glad all these right wingers care about vets now. I think
I
something's
wish
going to
they'd
happen.
do something.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like write the bill.
Talk
I mean,
is
you
cheap,
have
you know?
the Congress write the bill.
Like, give a place
Write the
for
bill.
people to live.
Right.
Yeah, there are so many vacant homes and apartments in this country.
Right.
There are more vacant properties than homeless people.
You know what? That
I
is
mean,
such...
our Vets for Peace group here in Des Moines is comprised of several homeless people.
Right. That is such, what would you say? It's such poor propaganda that people would fall for that. It's just...
And
I look at the propaganda people fall for in this system, and I'm like, God, Goebbels would have had it so easy. I mean, it's like taking candy from a baby. Get these people against these
Y'all are
people.
gonna do neither of these. You're not gonna work for the
Exactly.
refugees or for the
Or
vets.
for the vets. So why are you talking about it?
And then there are those who say that all Muslims should wear some kind of a badge, just like the Jews did to the Nazis in Poland.
Well, that's
You
like,
haven't
that's
had
I
that
think,
religious test.
that's
Right
Rubio
at the
and
border.
Trump and those guys.
Yeah. Or, only admit Christian refugees. Or,
Rubio's
there's one.
a nut.
Yeah.
I thought he was smarter than that. He said some things in the paper today. I love it. He said we're just going to get the Sunnis in Iraq to fight ISIS.
They're assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, only the Iraqi army can fight. I mean, how are you going to do that? I mean,
Right now, the Kurds are.
The Kurds are the only ones that are really.
Right now, the Kurds are what's holding the border down up there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I'm thinking, like, what planet are you on? How would you possibly go about doing that?
Just pitting a religion against.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. That was his brilliant analysis of the region.
Let's just pick like a religious demographic of people and have them go shoot these terrorists. It's like, how ridiculous is this?
I know.
And a few months ago, like 2 or 3 months ago, there was some Iowa Republicans who said that Islam should be illegal.
Someone is going to get elected.
Someone's going to.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy to say one religion should be illegal.
Anyway, well, I have to take off. I'm actually
All
on
right.
shift at 3 o'clock, which I think
Hey,
I'm late
keep
for.
up the good work.
Hey, I dropped a load last night.
You shouldn't say that on TV.
Well, it was 4 buckets. Yeah, Gil's the one who took it in for me. He had to unlock Dingman. That was Julie Brown, one of the Catholic Worker Group members, and she's an activist. She is also part of Occupy Des Moines. She was one of those who camped in the park with us. And so anyway, they do certain things at certain times there, and so it's her time to do certain tours in the houses, the Catholic worker houses. And so I was just telling her that I dropped a load meeting. I took some food over there.
How you doing? I like your shirt.
That sign says "Let them in."
I said, this is nice. It can be in a t-shirt when it's, late November. This global warming's got its benefits. That's what I keep saying. I guess I'm against it, but dang, it's Iowa. I mean, you know.
We've had warm Thanksgivings before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, back in 2011 in Stewart Square when we had a Thanksgiving dinner outside.
For Occupy, right?
Yeah.
For Occupy.
Yeah, and then Rika Basu came and joined us.
Yeah, I'm Jeffrey White. Nice to meet you. Isaac.
Kaylin. I'm live streaming.
Cameras.
I'm live streaming.
Oh, live streaming. I've heard of that, but I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, I'm doing a live broadcast from my phone. I use an app on my phone.
Oh, I see.
And I have a hotspot that magnifies the cell signal, because otherwise it sucks out here.
Right, I see. Yeah.
How are you?
Any likes or anything?
I really haven't checked, so. No. Oh.
Are you guys just meeting here and going in, or?
Yeah. Eventually we're going to actually go in there and take a letter to the governor's office.
Oh, okay.
But we're just kind of hanging loose out here for now.
Peaceful revolution.
Yep. Yep.
We shouldn't need this. It should be obvious.
Oh, someone said GOP grand old psychopath. I love it. I love it. That was a good one.
I mean, can you imagine, like Ronald Reagan, as bad as he is, could not even get a word with these people. I mean, Nixon was a
money
huge
with
liberal.
them, and that's what does it.
Yeah,
Damn money.
yeah, the billionaires. Yeah.
Well,
The freaking Koch brothers, Rothschilds.
Carnival of idiocy that our country has become in terms of corporate media. Everything is selling something, and it's always the lowest common denominator. It's shouting to be heard because people don't read books. You know, it's like it's a combination of like a lot of things. But yeah, the money's huge. But you know what? A lot of these billing laws should be a part of it too.
they worry about not having money because we have it. It's just not end of the pot, you know.
Yeah, the corporations, the big corporations.
I see another cutie.
Isn't he adorable?
You're so cute. Yes, you are.
He's biting it.
You're so cute.
Thank you.
Where did you get that cuteness from?
Well, I think I I did a little work. Where are you? Who are you with?
I'm totally independent.
Oh, okay.
I work solely for my viewers.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have to keep it.
Yeah, well, I got the shades because I got to protect your old eyeballs.
I know. It's right up there. It's beautiful right now.
Yeah, it is.
I was a little worried about it being chilly, but it's not.
I mean, like in 2011, Occupy Des Moines, when we had Thanksgiving dinner in the park, we did it outside. We ate outside instead of inside. Yeah, inside.
2011. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think back. Yeah, that was a warmer one.
Yeah.
I know. You want to go see the Capitol?
I know, Chase does too.
We could run up there. Do you want to run up there and go in and see it?
Can we just go in?
Yeah, you can. Well, you have to go in through the side.
Okay.
Through the security, but
it's not. It's not hard. I mean, there's no line.
No, not now. I mean, if it come January when the legislature starts its session.
My husband works over in the Lucas Building. And if we have to go drop off food or something during the day, or just like stop in to see him, I can't find a place to park over in the Lucas Building because all the legislators are parked everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you want to walk in really
And then,
quickly?
of course, all the lobbyists that go in there all the time.
I think a lot of the lobbyists park over in the Lucas Building parking lot.
So that's a good thing why I got this.
Yes, you have the social access. You can park.
Yep. No, it's a bus pass.
Oh, nice. Then you can just get dropped off right up front.
Yeah, I don't drive anyway.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
Although so I go to DMAC, classes at DMAC, and I live over in Beaverdale.
Well, if you live close to a bus stop, and if you go to DMAC, I think you can get a reduced price bus
Not
pass.
even the price, though. It would have taken me like 45 minutes to get there. So I need to
He wonders why you're keeping your identity hidden.
Oh, I'm not hiding. I'm protecting my face.
Protecting your eyes. Protecting your face.
You know, sunglasses. You know, your mommy wears sunglasses.
I usually try to remember to wear sunglasses. I can't find them right now.
But I wear this. It's not just for modesty, but it's, you know, I protect my skin for getting sunburned.
I understand. Yep. That's a good reason, right?
Yep.
Starting early. Yeah.
And when it's cold out, I put 2 of these on.
And stay warmer.
Yep.
Daddy's office.
One of those little kids is just itching to go inside the Capitol because he likes to go in there.
Daddy's on the other side. I tried to get him to come out here.
There are a few people still hanging out here. Oh, I'm talking to my viewers. I'm live streaming. Yep. I got 6 viewers right now, but one of those may be one who's picking up my live stream and rebroadcasting it on another stream channel.
That's very cool. Thank you for doing it.
So it's, you know, new media. I work solely for my viewers, you know. I do have a GoFundMe account, but I haven't had any hits on it for a while. And people could also send me donations through PayPal. But yeah, because I sacrificed to burn data to do this, but someone's got to do it here. I got into doing it as part of Occupy, so, and I just stuck with it.
Exposure is important.
Yep. Yeah, or others are in school and they couldn't skip their class to come over here. Oh, looks like a couple have decided to join us. Or 3.
Ran into 2 guys that had contact with Des Moines.
Hello. Then they made trouble finding us. No. Where did you park?
One guy had a cousin
his there's also the ramp over there. You could, that ramp that's down there.
I'm cheating.
Yeah, you'd have to pay to park it.
Oh well. Oh, I was surprised.
Yeah, Minneapolis has like 300,000.
Yeah, I was surprised. Well, we had
There was, yeah.
KCCI stayed around for a long time.
Yeah.
13 was here, and I guess
And WOI Radio, Iowa Public Radio, they're out here for a little bit.
hopefully it will get Yeah, well, they knew there would be a lot of people that couldn't come,
But that's why I posted that I'll be streaming for those that can't come. And then when I get home, I'll have Ustream put it up on YouTube.
Well, you do look big when you're here, but I have no idea where you are. No, I'm seeing the I work at
At one time, the taxi drivers said they were not.
I don't work there, but I know several people.
That's about shooting yourself.
Yeah, if you list a dentist so that you know, I might have met you at her house.
how's your... I just texted her.
Oh, really? Okay.
I just couldn't stay serious. They're changing the dress code.
Oh, someone just honked at us. Someone who drove by honked at us. That's the first time that happened.
And I'm a blue phone. I just found out I just really cannot. On the phone.
I know how that goes.
Okay, well, I hope I get a chance to see them.
Oh yeah, they said they'd send the outtakes even, so I managed to be serious enough for some of the ones with the
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
But anyway.
I've been known to pop off some one-liners now and then.
Yeah. We'd be taking pictures and then he had us walk forward. I said, okay, just walk forward and then pose.
Well, then
Pose.
Pose how? You know, if you're not told.
He was saying, have fun but be serious. Is like, I don't know.
No, they don't have to.
No, have fun but be serious.
So how many were there?
5. And we had multiple outfits.
A couple more people walked over here.
This was the nice thing was I gradually got more and more inappropriate. So this is my inappropriate. The gray jeans and the hoodie t-shirt or sweatshirt. So, but the appropriate is nice jeans or just what you would think of an appropriate or nice jeans.
I remember when came out with the dress code, and they said the colors your hair could be, the number of earrings, holes you could have in your ear, you could have I sensed them a rather
I have no problem.
I would probably confound them.
I got some really interesting feedback on my.
If I worked them, I would probably confound them with my hijab.
I said, so at which earring does the patient hair suddenly drop off too horrible? And at what point does the tattoo on your shoulder become infectious to a patient?
Especially if you've had the tat for years and years.
I made some real. I'm sure they really did not like my responses.
They don't. I mean, your hijab that would bring up anything.
No.
Earrings, they don't do anything with
areas around the, it was all just in the color and hair. Principal doesn't care if you have green hair, no hair, purple hair, blue. But yeah.
Well, when I did a nurse aid class back in 2010, you know, the Methodist hospital where we would be sent to for the clinical part said they do not allow anyone outside of the OR to wear any kind of head covering. So the instructor said that there would be a Muslim woman coming wearing a head covering, and so no one made us think about it, which is good, but I tucked it into my shirt anyway.
The head covering.
Yeah, I just, you know, like, it's, you see how it is tucked into my coat. I just tucked it into my scrub shirt. And I wore a long sleeve t-shirt underneath my scrub shirt. So no one gave me crap about that. But they were jealous of my Spanish medical book that I have in my pocket because I was using it. I boned up on a pulmonary system because there was a patient on the floor that we were working on who spoke mostly Spanish, and I read his chart and I know what I got to do. So I boned up on pulmonary system so I could interpret better.
Book and made up flashcards so that people could ask her, you know,
You know, so you could learn a little Russian. You know, I messed with Russian back in '87.
Well, of course, now the phones are great. We had a Russian exchange student
Yep.
as an exchange, and he didn't know Russian, but yeah, the little phone. Well, I got
the Translate app. Yep, I use that.
This is back right before that was.
Oh yeah.
Back in the 80s.
Yeah, before cell phones came. Nope.
But I was able to, you know, communicate with her enough, you know, to find out why she had left Russia. And because it was her and two children. And she tapped her wedding ring. And then
oh.
For like 5 years. He didn't have that much.
So how did you end up with her? I was a nurse. And at that time, I was working at Broadline.
Oh no.
She was one of my patients, and during the vetting process.
Oh, you saw that?
Now, as it was then,
or you saw the aftermath?
They have to be medically cleared. So while she got out, they got delayed for like 3 months in Vienna while she had medical treatment.
His father
and
lived
got
right
well
next
enough
door
to
to
get
me
into
when I
the
lived on the
States,
17th floor.
and then
Yeah, right after he got off the
Oh.
So that's why she was in the hospital.
The winter set. Yeah.
I was just curious.
He said I was just along for the ride.
I
didn't really kill him. And he got off.
Said the kids that were down there at the border, Iowa, taking an organization of thousands in Iowa, said, you know, well, there's 50 states and 50,000 kids, we'll take 1,000. So I was active in that for a bit. I don't think anything came of it, but it was just like, yeah, we're willing, but you know, sometimes how do you actually?
It was somebody. I remember hearing.
How do you actually connect? If you've got a space where you would have somebody live, how do you connect to
Yeah.
you know, and I know a lot of times they try to find relatives, but if there's any connection,
there's any relatives,
and especially with the kids.
But they would have to have a place to go while that search goes on.
Right, yeah. So it's just say, like, if you're willing, then
I was trying to come up with a nicer way of saying it. They're really good.
I like Martin O'Malley. What he said in the
In the debate?
About Trump. What was that? Racist. Yeah. bombastic.
They actually live up by Waterloo, but he posts a lot of stuff on Facebook.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's not that big of a community. No.
Which then, of course, makes me post things on Facebook.
Yeah, I was in the varsity theater watching the debate, and then Bernie came in.
I always try to keep it
So
light.
that was fun.
Something that he posted, and I said, yes, but nothing is said in this about immigration. This is referencing refugees. They're different subjects.
Yeah.
Well, Brian Muir is
Not to offend you, he is so anti-Muslim that he's one of those that his mind is so closed, there's no way.
The way I figure it, it's his problem, not mine.
See a glimmer of any kind of light. There was a post on Facebook, I think I saw it this morning or last night, that said a new app has come out to tell you which engineers are bigots and racist, and it was Facebook.
True.
Yeah.
And yes, I have my cousins. I have to be really careful what I share because they say how very Christian they are, and they make a real statement that we are and it's such a, and they put all these Bible verses and things on it, but I don't know that that's real appropriate for Facebook. And it's, so when I share, I feel like I have to be really cautious because I also don't want, even though they're somewhat alienating me, I don't want to protest.
Yeah, I was going to say, I try to be a little careful up to a point.
Yeah, right.
And then...
Oh, really? Yeah, because it was...
I'm gonna go capture this interview.
So he's like, he's doing his postdoc over there with University College. And he's not just a teacher. He's just very much...
So, the high school just got out, and we know of several,
he doesn't mince words when he does that. Yeah, postdoc. And that's physics.
The cameraman decided to change his position because he wants the light to be better.
Yeah, so my name is Whitney Loving Salisbury. So So I work with Samantha at Iowans Support. We kind of work together to put this program together. We work with a lot of refugee populations here in the Iowans area. So when we heard about this crisis, it was kind of a gut reaction to me. We heard a group of refugees was being persecuted, basically, just on behalf of less than 10% of their population, which makes sense to us. We wanted to stand up to Randstad about that. Our plan is to deliver a letter to Randstad.
After this interview, I will take my stream down and archive it, and I will either plug into a power pack, or actually I think I'm going to go ahead and get a power pack out right now.
I say that we can't use international terrorism to distract us from domestic terrorism. I think that we've seen so many attacks here in the U.S. against our own people that it's preposterous to use that kind of...
Sorry about that, I had a phone call I had to block.
So with Global Arts Therapy, I am an intern there, and I'm a Yes, sorry. I assume that. Yes. So Global Arts Therapy, we promote sustainability in Des Moines through the arts. So we host classes that different anybody can take, and they educate people on the benefits of like different artistic therapies. So we can make blankets, cooking. We have an array of culinary classes, but we also have painting classes for young kids. Yeah, Sam knows a lot more about that than I do, and she's kind of my boss in that sense. But we definitely, she's a very willing person. We have a school that we work with out in Nepal, and also another school that we work with in Nigeria. So we really populations that we know are growing here, and connected with the school.
There, I just plugged into my power pack so I can keep going. There are some high school students that just come here. I think mind if I take a picture of that? There.
Sarah, just say your first name and spell it. Sarah Huck, S-A-R-A-H. My friend had invited me on Facebook through the organization under some family, and it hit home to me because my mother was a refugee from the Vietnam War, and attending Hoover High School, we have a lot of refugees from Myanmar and several African countries, and so it kind of hits home personally.
I'm also live streaming.
Oh, cool.
You download an app on your phone or your tablet, and then you set up your free account, and you can do live broadcasts. I'm using Ustream, U-S-T-R-E-A-M, and then there's other ones like Bamboozer, there is Twitch casting, there is Periscope, there's Stringwire, there's Livestream Mobile. You know, there's quite a few to choose from. So I'm using Ustream right now. That's what I use most, but I've done Bamboozer a few times, and Periscope is getting to be more popular, so I might give that a test run later.
It's hard to just annihilate a whole set of...
You just have to be willing to eat a big data plan.
A couple of people who actually I came here just to let everybody else know, people my age here, my peers, that coming out and just being here is enough to make it a chance to show that we are concerned and that people our age are aware. And so, though I won't be actually going in with them, just being here to support and listening to what they want to do and reading their words. Thank you.
There's another high school student who was just interviewed by one of the local TV channels, Channel 5.
She was into it.
So I took a picture of a couple of signs that some of the students are holding.
lot of it. There was quite a bit.
I thought about leaving out that bit too, because it's a lot. It is
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah. I thought, well, there's so much to read, but if they see the picture, then they know what basically what it says, because everybody's heard that quote.
Yep.
I don't think most people know beyond the huddled masses.
Or they forget the whole thing, you know, or they don't even know it at all. They don't pay attention to it. First time I'd seen a state trooper go by here since I've been out here.
There's been about 3 of them.
Yeah, I know someone's driving those little green things around. Must be the groundskeepers.
We have too many great people in the state.
My dad
We have too many, wonderful resources to offer folks. And you can't spread this fear. Everyone to obey your way. We will find ways to mobilize. We will help you.
Right. It's just a matter of you put it in the elevator and then it takes you up to the school side of it. And it's just silly things and
Yeah, he can't do it.
I'm just checking the time. It's not quite 5 minutes to 3 yet. So people are just chatting until it's time that they go in. To get the students to sign on that thing. Yeah. They got to get their chicken scratch. Well, I chicken scratch. Yeah. Whether it's in English or Arabic, I chicken scratch.
Alright, like a doctor, right? Isn't that
Well, yeah.
say that?
Yeah.
Yep, some of the best and brightest. Handwriting is not a criteria.
Not anymore. I've seen posts online where schools are debating whether they even need to teach how to write, the old cursive and all that.
Right, they don't. I've got some elementary school kids. They're not teaching it anymore. My kids didn't learn it in school.
What about not even to sign their name?
I don't think so. I don't think they're.
So when they get to be adults and they have to sign their name on a document or to get their ID or driver's license, if they print it, would that be acceptable?
Right. It's a good question.
Yep.
It's not a political issue. It's a human issue.
Absolutely, and that's what I've been saying across the board. I've tried to explain that to everybody that comes out here. This is a Republican, Democrat, Independent school. It is completely about human rights. That's what we have to do. We have to align as a people in the state of Iowa to be able to help those that are in need the most. And you go into a place like Nepal, I'm not saying it's the same as Syria, but I'm talking about refugee rights, and you see what people are struggling with. It's hard. It's a challenge to go through that. And then you bring them over here and you have hate rhetoric. That doesn't do any good for anyone either. So it's just a matter of how do we improve the quality of life of all people that come to this beautiful state? How do we improve the quality of life for generations to come? And that's why we're here. That's why we're trying to start something. So these refugees that are coming, whatever country they're coming from, do not have to be afraid. Nobody should have to walk down a street in Iowa or anywhere and be afraid to be who they are.
If they're afraid, which group is next?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which group is next to be afraid?
Exactly.
That's not the world we want.
No, and that's not the state. That's not our state.
That's not Iowa nice.
Yeah, that's
Right,
not
no,
Iowa
you're
nice.
right.
It's not Iowa values. We support all people that come here. We should remain open. You don't know what kind of terror these poor people are going through. I can't even imagine. Cannot even imagine for 5 seconds.
Well, we take our life here for granted. I tell you that.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Somalis fled famine. They could not grow food in Somalia enough to feed their people, so a lot of them left.
Absolutely.
And so those immigrants and their children are here in Des Moines, and I I'm getting to know a lot of them because I go to the mosque that they go to.
Right. Right.
And if I could, I would take in a refugee myself.
Well, you know, I wrote a letter to the governor probably about a week ago, and I offered my home. You know, I can't take 10,000, but I can take.
That's the Iowa. That's the good quality. That's the thing. That's the right thing to do. Thank you for doing
if there is a political bent to this, and services are denied, we still have to help people.
Yeah. I mean, look what the French and German people are doing. You know, or you know, people in the Balkan countries, what they've done. They just literally, the citizens organized themselves and just did it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like what?
Well, isn't that a true democracy?
Yeah, I mean, it's like after Hurricane Sandy tore the crap out of New York and New Jersey, it was the occupiers who stepped up and did what FEMA and the Red Cross couldn't or wouldn't do.
Right.
And so Occupy Sandy was born out of that.
Definitely.
And they're still at it.
You know, I think there's a couple of different levels to what's going on here.
Absolutely.
On the top level, it's political rhetoric.
Definitely.
And you know, Obama, he's bad. You know, whatever. Let's just show him how bad he is. But on the bottom level, what it is well, I haven't identified that yet. Why? Why? Because let's be honest, there's not that. I don't think as a nation we're that afraid.
Right.
You know.
I mean, why is Christy afraid of a 5-year-old orphan?
That hurts my heart. How is that even possible? You're going to claim that a 5-year-old orphan can't come to your state.
Yeah. What if the kid has health issues or a disability? You know, or like, yeah.
A lot of people, I'm sure, do have health issues.
Yeah.
You know, they're living homeless.
Right.
And they're
starving.
They don't have access to services.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing.
And a video that's going viral on Facebook now, it's a group called Samaritan's Purse, and they're literally stripping the children of their clothes and putting dry clothes on them, or wrapping them in towels and those reflective mylar blankets.
Yep.
And literally they formed a human chain like a bucket brigade, but just passing people up the hill. You know, those who could not, who were unsteady because they've been sitting in those rubber boats for so long.
It's horrible. And then you look at people that are fleeing the country and they're ending up in places like
Lesbos and the other islands.
And they're crashing against the rocks. You've got container ships flipping over and thousands of containers coming out, having dead bodies in it. Now that's human trafficking.
Yeah.
Okay, policy's got to change.
Yeah.
You're going from, you know, this terrible crisis. Now people are trying to ship out of the country. You've got people paying crazy amounts of money, people taking people away. That's on the lines of human trafficking. We can't do that.
No.
I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. We have plenty of resources in the great state of Iowa. We have plenty of resources in the United States. We're not trying to take away from other programs. We're trying to be good global citizens. That's what we're out here to do. That's what we have to do. It does not matter. You know, we have just as much domestic terrorism as we do international.
Yeah, I mean,
Timothy McVeigh, perfect example.
The booger who sent those anthrax mails.
Yeah, the anthrax mail. What about?
Yeah, what about that booger who was sent, who put baby powder inside of an envelope and sent it to a cow?
We're going on.
Oop. I think there are a couple who are going to stay out here. I don't know. We're going to go inside the Capitol. We are now going to go inside the Capitol. So when I get up to the building, I'll probably take my phone out of my monopod and just stick it back in my purse. temperature out here is probably around 50 degrees, I would say. Yeah. I'm definitely not Lolo Jones. Oh no, that's fine. They're hanging on me, so that's good. I need my joints to be more. Yeah, monopod, and I do have a tripod.
Oh yeah, monopod.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Oh yeah. And I got one for my tablet too, but I've only been pulling out my tablet to take pictures.
Yeah.
So I have to go into a security checkpoint to get into the building. I don't know how that'll affect my stream, but if I go down, I'll just come right back up as soon as I can. I'm going to go ahead and take my stream down while I go through the security checkpoint, and then I'll come back up in a few minutes. So